Just check how cool this is. Unbelievable. Now I feel a bit skeptical. Hello guys, my name is Edward and today I'm riding in beautiful Yyteri. This is the place with the sandy beaches, quite a lot of them, and some bird towers. There will be also quite a lot of wooden bridges here. The route starts at the parking lot of the spa hotel, Yyteri Spa Hotel, and this is the place actually. And yeah, here you can park the car. At the start of the course we have a little bit of the asphalt road because that's the only way to get on the other side. There is on the right side there are sand dunes and it's impossible to ride there on the normal bike if it's not a fat bike. And on the left here you see there is a camping ground and there is a single track right away almost after few hundred meters of riding on the asphalt. This is the public parking for Yyteri, for the sand dunes, so if you want you can also leave the car here. That's the map of the area. We are now at this location and then I will follow the yellow line. So right from the parking lot here, from the public one, you have a possibility to go this round trip of 5 kilometers. One goes on the beach and another one goes a little bit off the beach here. As you can see, you will still need to go some sandy sections of course, but it's much easier to ride here than on the other side. This is a pretty easy route. This is mainly white trail and there are other trail options going everywhere, but I will probably stick to this because it would be nice to make maybe a little bit more beginner friendly route this time. So yeah, we'll see. Nice. There is some sort of adventure park here as well. Ah, interesting. Pretty cool, this thing. Very fast route so far. Now I will follow the original marked one, not the fat bike one. There are a lot of lines here, really a lot, and you can just freely choose one of them. I chose the ones with a little bit less sand on the way because the ones with the sand are not very good for the bike. This is really nice trail for beginners, really easy and flowy, and you definitely get some workout on the sandy sections as the bike digs into those. So Yyteri is the place just about 20 kilometers from Pori, and it's a recreational area with the big beaches and some facilities to stay overnight, and it's actually pretty cool in general. So yeah, definitely recommend you to visit the place if you are in the region. There are a lot of activities here, especially like during summertime, and today is also about 30 degrees, and instead of being on the beach I'm riding, but it's all good. I like riding. So let's see the markings. So this is the cross section where you can basically do a loop by turning to the right here, and this road goes back to the beach, and you can go on the beach back to the hotel of Yyteri where I just left. It's 3 kilometers away, and there are also like some other places there, but I'm not going that direction because it will be pretty short loop in that case, but I will continue forward, and it's called Perälenkki, and like back trail I think, or back circle, and yeah, it's another 4.8 kilometers. So let's see if I will find some good trails there. A little bit of road section here, and this is fine. This is like in the forest. Right, and there is a deer in front. Check that guy out. And here, as you can see, there are quite a lot of these bird towers, watching towers, and if you are into the birds, it's a pretty interesting place to visit for sure. And here the track becomes a little bit more rough, so this can be pretty wet when during the wet season, like autumn and in spring as well. But yeah, pretty interesting adventure. In any way, there's supposed to be, I guess, some wooden bridges here, but yeah, there are none of them at the moment. And this place is actually, yeah, full of mosquitoes. I already noticed that. Well, this is a swamp, or like sort of swampy thing, so pretty interesting adventure. Another like very different route from everything I have so far ridden. There is a lot of grass, but this thing is rideable, so no problem and nothing to be afraid about. Okay, this is more tough now. Oh! I see that someone was definitely walking here, as the grass is like sort of down, but now I feel a bit skeptical towards this route, but let's see. And I got out. and now I have a proper trail here. I'm almost at the beach again. It's on my right side. So after the a little bit more challenging section of maybe 500 meters, I am on the proper trail again, and now we have wooden bridges, and these are, as you see, pretty well maintained and easily rideable with the bike if you are a beginner and unsure a little bit. But if you are a beginner, a bit unsure about your skills, maybe you should skip this section or just go very slowly. Some trees are really close to the bridges, so have to be pretty careful. Okay, there is that bird watching tower. I think it will be good to check the view out. There will be around 8 of these at different parts of the trail. If you are into birds, you should definitely try this spot out. Oh wow, look at this. There is a sea and yeah, quite shallow sections there, so you will definitely be able to spot some birds if you have proper optics. I don't see anything so far, but yeah, really nice section for a break as well. Yeah, it's so nice to ride these pretty wide wooden bridges. So easy, and yeah, you get a lot of free easy kilometers on this, and at the same time you can enjoy the scenery. And a tip for riding these wooden bridges easier, just put your saddle a little bit down and stick your knees out. This way you will put your balance a little bit wider. Okay, this I cannot ride. And yeah, it's much easier than to stay straight. And yeah, also try to look a little bit ahead when riding, and this way it will be easy also to have your balance. These wooden bridges are pretty slippery when wet though, so during the wet weather I would not recommend riding this, or at least for the beginners, because you can slip your front wheel and the consequences will be pretty terrible. Quite a lot of mosquitoes here. And here you can see I have reached another nice bird tower. So this place called Iso-Santai. Let's see what we can see here. Caspian tern and white-tailed eagles, even some goosies, grey-lag goosies, and Eurasian teal as well. And yeah, I definitely see some birds there, just further on the beach. Yeah, this part is really nicely maintained with all the bridges and bird watching towers. I am quite surprised actually how nice this place is. Amazing. This goes for so long. All right, and then we have another bird watching tower, Sananokka. let's check that out. Because of my wide angle lens on the camera, you will probably not see anything here, because everything happens to be or looks very, very far away, and I cannot see anything with my bare eyes either. But yeah, in order to see birds, you need to come with some zoom lenses, and yeah, or maybe try to wait until they will come a bit closer. But my goal is to ride and enjoy a little bit of the scenery as well, so not hunting for the birds. So I will continue and just check how cool this is. Unbelievable. Look at this scenery. Very nice. Just unbelievable. All right, so we are in Mäntyniemi, and Mäntyniemen-Lenkki goes to the right, and Langura 1.3 kilometers it go further. So let's go to Langura. I think it's continue the red trail. Now the wooden bridges start to be narrower again, but still rideable, as long as you are careful and try to maintain your balance. During the last week I have been riding quite a lot of the wooden bridges in Teijo, and got some sort of feel to them. These are again much higher than the ones in Teijo, so consequences can be bigger if I drop down. So need to have an extra caution here, but a part of that, pretty fine. So yeah, if you are a beginner, I do not suggest you coming to ride here, because it can be pretty dangerous. But for the other average normal rider, I think you will be able to ride these. These are quite wide, so as long as you are cautious. All right, and now I'm on the dry land again. Nice to be back from the wooden bridges. Whoa. And here we have another bird tower. There was some bird enthusiast there, so did not want to disturb him, and I'm continuing my trip. Langura 1 kilometer, and everything else is other direction. As you see, there were like some mountain bikers riding these sections on the right side. There are some tracks there. But I will take wooden bridges, as I want to practice this a little bit more. There is a pretty fast forest road section here with some nice breeze that is so welcome in this hot weather. So a small section on the road to transfer to the next spot or to the next trail, and there you can see a pretty good information desk again, and the place is called Langura. And here is one of the bird watching towers, and this is very nicely made that even people with some disabilities can access. So this means that I can maybe ride this. It's tight, but yeah, I can maybe ride it up Yeah. Alright, check this out. How nice this view is. And here we have a little bit more of the wooden bridges. And these are a little bit more narrow, but still rideable, no problem. And there is someone is shooting there. There is, I guess, a shooting range nearby. As you see, this is already pretty sketchy, and this is, yeah. I guess this fence is with the electricity as well, so on one side there are these wooden bridges which are sort of mid-narrow, and on the other side is the electric fence. Hopefully I will not fall on that. And here we have another bird tower, as you can see over there. I'm not climbing this one, as like sort of the scenery is the same as I already shown you. So let's just continue. And now I'm off finally from the wooden bridges, or at least for some time. Yeah, this track is very easy and very fast as well, so no roots or rocks or anything, just wooden bridges, and yeah, you can maintain pretty nice average speed. Whoa. So after about 500 meters on the gravel road, I am again on the trail, very fast one, as you see, really easy to ride and quite flowy. And this trail goes all the way to Pori, so you can actually go to the city center, or like to the city to some points on the trail. So which is pretty nice, and the route is marked with the red marks on the trees. As for me, I'm not planning to do this loop, as it is on about like 25 kilometers one way, so I will need to backtrack the same way, but I will do a loop instead. I will try to find some nice trails back as well, so you will be able to ride back to Yyteri. So I have turned off the main trail and now going towards the highway, if I remember correctly, highway number 2, towards from like Pori to Yyteri. And there's supposed to be a small lake in front as well, and here in front you can see the motorway, and be very careful when crossing. And here there seems to be a pretty nice trail starting, so let's see where it will lead. Alright, and now I am following the route for Enäjärven kierros, what means like the round trip around Enäjärvi. And yeah, there's supposed to be a small lake here that this trail goes around, and yeah, let's see what I will find on the way. And here you see these orange markings that I need to follow, and here are a little bit of wooden bridges again. and in some places these are in pretty bad condition. Okay, as you see, some of these are broken, so be very careful when riding, but the majority these are fine. This place is sketchy. All right, and finally we have a very nice single track. Oh, check out the scenery. Nice. And there is another bird tower. So this is Enäjärvi, and now I am going around it, and then after that I plan to cross the highway again on the other side and find some trails back to Yyteri. That's the plan. After a short break, continuing the route, I would rather go in the forest. Nice. Okay, so it goes here. Yeah. Spider webs are the only thing that I really don't like in the forest, when your face goes through it and you don't see it beforehand at all, because they're so thin. It's like many times I was thinking, is there like a spider coming to my mouth at some point, but okay, this was tight. Spiders in Finland, they are not poisonous. I'm not actually even sure if I was ever bitten by a spider. And here the turn is very tight, so I know that I will not make it. I think the trail builders here should really take an example from Teijo, where they put these small corner sections, especially for bikers. Whoa. But these wooden bridges are very good condition, so easy to ride, no problem at all. And now I go to the forest again. And the temperature has dropped, so now it's about 25 degrees, and yeah, this is the best temperature for riding in my opinion, like 20-25, maybe even like 15 to 20, because you don't sweat too much and it's very comfortable for like outdoor. This is very thick tree. It's very comfortable for the outdoor activities as such. Yeah. All right, now we are on the road. There are a few houses on the bank of the lake that we need to go around. After a few hundred meters of gravel road, I am on the trail again, and this is really well marked with these orange squares, as you see, and the trail is very fast. Okay, and this is pretty challenging because, as you see, the corner over there is very tight, and there is a tree as well, so that's riding there is quite impossible. But let's see other sections how they are. Yeah, these are really challenging, but this section is very short. You can push it easily, few hundred meters. And now we get the single track again. Ooh. So yeah, these sections are pretty narrow and high, so be careful when riding on them. And these are more wider. I'm always extra cautious with the trees. Then a little bit more of wooden bridges, and check out the scenery. Very nice. Okay, and here, as you see, this is broken, so do not try to ride very sketchy sections like this, because it can be really dangerous. And there you see these are broken. But when the wooden bridges are sort of oldish, try not to ride on the very center, because this is where the bridges are meeting, and it can crack. So, and this is another bird watching tower, and as you can probably hear, the motorway is just around in front, and I now go over on the other side. Have crossed the motorway, and now I am on the side of the sea again, and now transferring to another trail in front of me, and this is about I think 300 meters of this gravel road in the forest. Quite good to catch a breath after the lake section with the narrow wooden bridges, and this trail is quite sandy, so all the fat bikers will be really happy, but with the skinny wheels like mine, I have 2.3 in front and 2.4 in the back. It's fine as well, but I dive a little bit more. Pretty easy path, this one as well. So basically, if you're a beginner, I would probably suggest you to skip the lake section, because it has a lot of skinny wooden bridges there, so it can be sketchy for you to ride. But again, a majority of other trail or track that I'm riding is quite fine for all the levels of riders. So, and now after the short transferring section, I'm on the trail again. This is fast and flowy. Okay, now it gets a little bit bigger, and this is sandy, so you need to stick to one side to ride it, and I'm quite sure that my bike will be squeaking quite a lot after riding this. It was quite a long time since I was riding on the sand like this, in Hanko you can get similar feel as well, like very small grain of sand. And now I'm on the trail again. Oh, this is more of like forest road. Oh, and look at this scenery. This is recently sort of planted forest, and as you can see there are a lot of pine trees around. I guess these are sort of being grown for the Christmas, and as you see they all this very bushy and very nice looking. So I guess yeah, that's the area where your Christmas tree is coming from, or at least in Satakunta region or Pori region. Oh, check out this view. How cool is this? Oh. And now I have closed the loop. Now I'm at the fat biking section again that I have ridden previously. Let's ride it for a short while, and then there will be another section that I would like to try. Really fun section, really fast and flowy. Went through spider web there again. Oh. So this trail appears to be a little bit soft and overgrown, but it's a pretty nice adventure, right? So and now I finally found a pretty nice and flowy trail. It's a bit soft, so all the fat bikers will enjoy it, but I can still ride it, no problem. This is definitely new challenge for me, riding on the sandy washed out trails. So yeah, about a few hundred meters of that loose sand, and now the trail is okay again. But this is the definitely fat biker paradise. Now finally flowy trail again. Really nice and beginner friendly as well. And now I found some fast single track again. Nice. This area just near the camping ground is very good for training for beginner riders, as it's very easy single track with a little bit of altitude differences. It's very fun. As you see, there are a lot of trails going many different directions. Let's take the one down. So if you have kids, just take their bikes and yeah, come here riding just near the camping, just behind the camping area. And now I am approaching the parking lot of the hotel. Yeah, you can find the route description a little bit more detailed on my website. Go there and download the GPS track, and yeah, hopefully you like the trails that I have ridden today. But yeah, until the next time, see you on the trails, guys. Thank you for watching.